Hey peeps, it's Nox, and we are here with our first check-in for the Punked Out Diamonds event. But before we get into that, I do want to cover a few things. First things first, I do have neuropathy in my hands. It does make me make weird stretchy motions sometimes. It's just me trying to get some of the pain, kinks, stiffness out. I am not signaling for help. Please don't send rescue. Secondly, I do have several people who live in my household. They may not realize that I'm filming right now, may come in, knock on my door. You know, you'll have a surprise guest if that happens. And thirdly, it is really hot in here. My AC is limping along and doing a horrible job of it, and it was 101 degrees outside today. So there may be a fan in that direction that may be causing sound. I don't know if my mic will pick it up or not. And fourthly, and most importantly, my channel supports LGBTQIA+, Black Lives Matter, neurodiversity, body positivity, freedom of religion, including the freedom to have no religion, positivity, and inclusiveness in general. I should say diversity and inclusiveness in general. I blame the 101 degree temperature for frying my brain. On that note, if those things that I just listed off are things that are going to bother you, that do bother you, I'm going to have to ask you to not like, not comment, and not subscribe. Just go find a different channel. For those of you stuck around, welcome to PunksAndCrafts. As you can see, I've got my lovely contribution to the event laying out here on the table. Obviously, this is but a small piece of the entire 60 by 90 canvas, but it's a beautiful piece. I just finished her face and most of her head, and let me tell you, so much confetti. Just so much confetti. In fact, I just realized I missed a spot right there. I'm gonna have to go back for it. Anyway, it was totally worth it. I mean, the detail on this is great, and also in here, I don't know if it's coming through as well on the video, but you can see hopefully that I have put some AB drills down in her face that are just making her look kind of a little extra metallic. She's supposed to be a cyborg. And on that note, see, oh, they're right in front of my face. That brings up a good segue too. This event, hashtag PunkedOutDiamonds, is sponsored by DiamondPaintingDrills.com. And this is a little kit that I bought. It was $25 and it came with a dozen different AB drills, which I thought was awesome. And this is the kit that they sold for the month of April. It's still for sale if you're interested in it. Obviously, you can see my my diamond painting is very heavy on the blues, and this was the perfect kit to get. I've been able to use several of these all throughout the canvas, and they're lovely. The coating on them is very good. It's not peeling off. It's very shiny. I love the color, like the color scheme that comes off of them. Like this 939 has some very beautiful blues and purples reflecting off that AB coating. All these containers are very nicely labeled, so I always know what I'm using. I am loving this. So, not saying that just because they're my sponsor, because honestly, I wouldn't have agreed to the sponsorship if I didn't like the quality. So, I'm very happy with these. Definitely recommend them. And if you were interested in getting them, pop over to their website, and at checkout, use the code hashtag PunkedOut, and you'll get 10% off your order for the rest of this event. So, that is our little plug for that, and I will put all that info down in the description box. But, I just wanted to check in, say hi, see how everyone's enjoying the event. It's 2 weeks in. That's 4. Sorry, guys. 2 weeks in. Oh, I don't do well with heat. But yes, it's 2 weeks in. We already have four or five finishes. I mean, I feel like I'm lagging behind. Not that it's a race, just, you know, the thought that pops in the head. But yeah, it's been really fun. It's really impressive. Some people are doing some very interesting and creative things with their diamond paintings, and some people have had some really interesting creative ideas for what canvases to do in the first place. It's, like I said, punk is so broad spectrum, and I have been asked so many times, like, would this canvas qualify? And my initial knee-jerk reaction is, no, that one wouldn't qualify. And then someone's like, under this genre of punk. And I go look up the technical definition of that genre of punk, and I'm like, oh, that does in fact qualify. You guys are out-punking me, so good job. I'm proud of you all. This has been fun. So, one of the things I want to do is give you a little sneak peek of those finishes. So the first one we have up is Rococo Dream. It was finished by Renee. And very fast, mind you. I was blown away by how quickly that was completed. For those of you who have followed me, you know that I also did Rococo Dream, and it did not happen at that pace. I'll just tell you that. So, good job, Renee. The next one up is Trixie, done by Angelique, and I love what she did with this. It is so beautiful, guys. I am breathless at the finished product of this one. So that, again, good job, Angelique. The next one didn't seem to have a title, but it is awesome. And this one was done by Kathy. It is so cool. That was an excellent choice for this event. So non-verbal. Good job, Kathy. No, it's verbal. And then the next one up here is Naga. This one was done by Arlene, and it was a beautiful choice for this event. And I was so glad to see that come across the feed, and it came out wonderfully. And the last one, and was really hoping someone would do this one because it is so cute, an excellent example of steampunk, is Jules and Vern. This one was finished by Diamond Art Sparkles. So that is our little sneak peek of the finishes. I don't know that I can do all of the finishes on the next 2-week check-in. We'll see how many there are. I mean, if I get bombarded with 20 finishes, we're not going to be able to sit through the whole video on all of them. Although, at the end of this video, there will be a little slideshow that's showing off all of the most current pics as I have seen them of people's progress. And it is so fun to look at. Just all the different punk designs, all the different types of punk you guys have picked. It's wonderful, and I'm excited for you guys to see that little slideshow. One of the other things I would like to do, because I told you guys I would wait until about 2 weeks till the end of the event, so 2 weeks from now, to show off prizes. I'm getting impatient. I told you it would happen. I knew it would happen. I am too impatient. I love giving things away. And while I will wait till the end of the event to give these things away, I just have to start showing some of this off. So I have decided that at each of these little 2-week check-ins, I'm going to show you a few of the prizes. That way I don't show you everything right away, but I can show you some of the things. So today you get a sneak peek of the cover minders that I got. So I did try to stick with themes. So the cover minders are all going to be steampunk themed. I do have a first, second, and third place prize. And all 3 prizes will get a cover minder. So second and third place will get these little gears. I got these at Fairy Tree Crafts. I will put them down in the description box. They are over on Etsy. They're little resin cover minders. Little, they have tiny but powerful magnets. Careful, they like to get into the gear bits, but they'll just loop around. These don't need to be very big though, because as you can see, the spot it goes in isn't terribly big, and these are very light actually. I thought they were cute. They actually do interlink with each other too, in case you're curious. So that is second and third place. And first place for the cover minders will get this one from Tiny Pufferfish. It is a metal cover minder with also a reasonably strong magnet there on the back. And I just thought these gears were super adorable. So yes, cover minders, or the cover minder prizes, will be steampunk. So I'm gonna get these out of the way. Oh, they stick to each other. I will show off more of the prizes in 2 weeks. Stay tuned. So, I haven't been able to do it on every single post, but I have done it on most of them. If you have scrolled through and actually read any of my Instagram pictures, you will have seen that I think I did it for my Facebook group too. I think my brain is still a little fried from the heat, so I don't know for sure. But I did put little quips about different kinds of punk facts, information about solar punk and Afro punk and LGBT punk bands, things like that. Instead of giving you guys a punk fact here in this video, I'm going to ask you some punk trivia. And I'm not going to say there's any prize for winning except the glory of winning. Okay, I've had my moment. So, today's punk trivia is brought to you by punk rock music. More specifically, UK-based punk rock music. So, are you guys ready? Listen carefully. Punk fashion, as we know it, was spearheaded by a scandalous London boutique called Sex. One of the owners of this boutique was the first manager of what well-known punk band? I will also give you a bonus, brownie points. Punk brownie points, though. You get a bonus if you also know the original name of the boutique, because it was not Sex. So, put your answers down in the comments if you know the answer to either question. Honestly, technically, it is a 2-part trivia question. If you only know the second part, that's cool too. Otherwise, at this point, I'm just going to say thank you guys. I have had so much fun hosting this event, and I love the energy that everyone seems to have doing this event. It has brought out a lot of excitement in people and a lot of interest, and I feel like it hit a creative button for everybody where it was a challenge to kind of pick what kind of punk you want and see if anything you already had fit a punk theme. And then I liked it because it also created some level of education, because if you didn't have anything that was obviously punk in your stash, but you didn't want to buy anything specifically for punk, or even if you did want to but you weren't sure what to get, people actually had to go and research punk in order to figure out, does this qualify? Even if they just asked me, usually they had it narrowed down to like 1 or 2 things by the time it got to me. At which point, even just asking me, I was still able to share some information. And that's one of the things I'm loving most about this event, is learning about this particular genre and its wide variety of information. So I really appreciate you guys being there for me during this and having fun, and just it's been a blast. And I think at this point, unless something drastically changes in my life and I am not still on YouTube or still diamond painting, I think it's safe to say I will probably be hosting this event again next year. Same place, same time. Otherwise, here is said promised slideshow of all of our interesting diamond painting efforts for #PunkedOutDiamonds. All right, guys, so I really hope you enjoyed that. I know I did, and I put it together and I still enjoyed it. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching that. If you still want to participate in the event and you aren't already, there is still plenty of time to join. This event goes through July 15th at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So Denver, New Mexico, like Colorado, New Mexico, that strip across the United States, that is your time zone. So 2 hours later on the East Coast, 1 hour earlier on the Pacific Coast, 7 hours later in London. I think, I don't know all the other time zones at this point, but I think you can extrapolate. You have until then to start a canvas. Do make sure that you pop over to the Google Doc form, which I will put down in the description box, and fill that out. You are more than welcome to participate without filling out that form, but you will not be eligible for the entry, or you will not be eligible for entry into the drawing for prizes for the event unless I have that form. Mostly because that is how I am keeping track of everybody who is in the event. Trying to follow just social media, just trying to hunt down those pictures for that slideshow was a lot of effort. So I definitely need the form if you want to be entered for prizes. And like I said, you just need to start by July 15th. You do not need to finish. The only prerequisite on the diamond painting is that it fits some form of punk, but there is so many forms of punk, it's easier than it sounds. Does not have to be punk music. It could be like this one. This is a cyberpunk. This one's a custom I got done at Royal Diamond Painting. And for those who are curious, because I have had some questions, I love this. Royal Diamond Painting is, at least for me, been amazing quality. These drills are wonderful. They're shiny. There's not a lot of trash. The canvas quality is really good. It is poured glue. As you can see from the clear cover here, it's, other than being very confetti heavy, which I expect from from a custom diamond painting, and this confetti is giving me so much detail, so no complaints. After some really bad canvases this year, or some really bad luck with some good canvases this year, this has been a dream. I have not had to fight with anything in this product, and thank you, Royal Diamond Painting, for that. But yes, back to what I was saying. As you can see, I'm doing a cyberpunk piece. People are doing steampunk. People are doing solar punks. People are doing myth punk, elf punk, punk rock, just rock and roll. We've got people doing, classic rock hippie style diamond paintings, because I am also accepting anything that is akin to punk rock, things like jazz and rock and goth. For those who are doing Rococo punk, you are actually not doing a goth entry, you are doing Rococo punk, which is its own genre, which I thought was cool. I've brought that up a few times now because I still think it's cool. But there are so many types of punk. If you want the full list, I will put my announcement video up in the eye where I list off a huge chunk of different kinds of punk, as well as all of the information you need to enter the event. That being said, thank you for popping in and hanging out with me in this little 2-week check-in, and I will see you in the next 2-week check-in. Well, you'll probably see me sooner than that, but if you're only following the check-ins, I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye, guys.